What's up everybody, Simon here. In this video, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what has happened with Affirm. Affirm is a payment platform that allows you to pay later using basically financing at checkout. Now, I have personal experience with Affirm, although I don't own the Affirm stock, which has skyrocketed with the latest announcement that Amazon is testing out its services to allow its clients on certain products to be able to pay later or finance that product and kind of pay in payment terms. Now, Affirm, I have on one of my company's websites, Longevity Welding. Customers enter the cart, checkout, they could select Affirm as a payment option, and that allows that customer to finance that purchase of the welding machine that we sell for one of my companies. So I've had Affirm for about 4 years, great company. Now, Affirm has over 12,000 partnerships with companies like myself, now Amazon. Their biggest partnership is actually with Peloton. Peloton accounts for about 30% of Affirm's revenue, which is huge, and Peloton offers Affirm on their website. I find that to be a really beneficial thing for Affirm. And recently, the talks with Amazon have skyrocketed Affirm's pricing. Now, if we look at the pricing, it has went from about $60 to $70 to today at $108 and some change. So within the 1 month change, we were at $67.90 at one point, even a little bit lower, $63, and then it skyrocketed to $123, climbing about almost doubling 100%. Now it's up about 70% within the month. So it has come back down since, and it has come down to about $108 from $123. So is Affirm a good stock to buy? I believe if the partnership with Amazon lasts and Affirm continues to acquire clients like Amazon, we're going to see Affirm pricing spike. Now, Affirm pricing is probably going to go up because the revenue from Amazon is going to go up. This is a San Francisco based company. They are doing an easy, great job of providing afterpay or providing clients an option to pay later. It's simplistic. It happens at checkout. You fill out a few fields and that's about it. So that is very interesting for Affirm, even though their prices have come back down after people started selling off, because the price of Affirm has skyrocketed so high. There was a correction period. I think it's going to continue to keep climbing. So I think it might be a good stock for you guys to look into. Now, Amazon has also skyrocketed another stock or currency, Litecoin, which was a cryptocurrency, has also shot up Litecoin by an incredible amount. And then Amazon released a statement saying that they are not interested or they're not discussing adding Litecoin as a payment option. So it's very interesting. You could still pay with cryptocurrency using Bitmart on Amazon. However, Amazon has not endorsed an official cryptocurrency, even though they were in talks of adding on Bitcoin and potentially Ethereum to their platform in the past, which has risen Bitcoin prices and Ethereum. But yesterday or the day before, Litecoin prices have skyrocketed. So if we look at Litecoin price within 1 month, it shot up to $229 from $167 on not even a month. I would say within 5 days. So on Monday it was at 177, 172, and then it shot up to $217. That's pretty incredible. So a lot of people made a lot of money in that little short period of time, and then it went right back down because of the fact that Amazon released a statement saying they're not going to have, Litecoin on their platform, which is crazy. So a lot of people potentially made a good amount of money in the spike and then dropped. Let's go over into Affirm. So Affirm is also going to allow customers to pay later for $50 or more on purchases. So you're not obviously going to be able to finance the low end stuff. But what's interesting with Affirm is the way they work or operate with us is they put out the money up front with us. So once a client or customer purchases something on my website, Affirm sends the full amount to my bank account prior to shipping, which is really interesting. So we get the money right up front, and then they deal with the financing with the client. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the case with Amazon, because Amazon's such a big giant. Can you imagine how many transactions there are with Affirm that all of a sudden Affirm would have to fund billions of dollars in purchases in one day. So, or millions, billions, etc. So I don't know if they're going to pay Amazon right away, or they have an agreement with Amazon where they're going to give them that percentage every month. So every month a client makes a payment, or Amazon's customers, to Affirm. Affirm then sends that payment minus their fee or cut to Amazon. Now, I'm surprised Amazon did not start their own Affirm-like platform. They are getting into everything from logistics to their own brands of cables to Amazon Basics. I mean, everything. So it's really interesting. Servers, it's really interesting that they did not start their own platform or did not buy a company such as Affirm and then integrate it themselves. I find it very interesting that they're partnering with someone. Now, Affirm is not new to partnering with someone such as Amazon. In fact, Affirm also partners with Walmart and allows you to do the same pay later as Amazon is hoping to do as well. But what's interesting, there was another company that Square recently bought up for $29 billion. And this company is, I believe, called Afterpay. Yep. So it's called Afterpay, $29 billion. And that's a lot. So this will allow anyone on the Square platform to be able to use the transaction and pay later. So Afterpay is acquired by Square, which is a company that also is founded by Jack Dorsey, who also founded Twitter. The guy's doing some big things, I guess. And they bought Afterpay for $29 billion to allow Square to integrate it, to allow Square to allow payments for later. And I'm surprised Amazon didn't just buy a company that does a similar platform and integrate it into their service and then collect on the back end. They are usually very good at cutting out the middleman, lowering the profit margins, raising their profit margins by lowering their costs and having platforms that would allow them to provide more for their clients at better prices. So $50 or more, you could buy anything from furniture to home furnishings. You'll see the total purchase price up front and then you pay later. There's no hidden fees. It's just a one-time fee. So obviously there's some type of percent accounted into it. But this is a great news for not only Amazon customers, Affirm stockholders for both companies, but also for the fact that now you're going to be able to really just pay later and finance what you want to purchase. And it's worked so well for high ticket items like Peloton because, people, especially during the home gym craze, which I'm doing an update video on shortly. A few vendors send me some equipment that I've been testing, really good stuff. With the home gym craze, you really have a Peloton that you could purchase and pay later. You don't have to pay the $2,500 right up front if you can't afford to do so. And that's what Affirm is offering to its clients. And I find that to be really amazing. So that's pretty cool. Affirm is going to be testing its services with other customers like Whole Foods, Amazon Fresh, and it looks like digital movies and books are not going to be eligible, but they're testing those services out as well. So I wonder if now you're going to be able to pay for groceries later than buying them at the time. I find that to be very interesting. So it looks like what's happening is these companies are taking over what credit cards were doing in the past. They're providing very low fees, but at the same time, they're allowing people to pay later. So who wants to pay 20% extra on a credit card? That's how you drown with credit cards. Affirm came in and said, hey, you could actually pay later by now. You can't afford that item, but you could pay later with our service without having that 20% credit card fee, which is going to kill the person that is buying that. So I never ever carry my credit card balances. You can check out all my credit card videos on the channel, but this is a great alternative to buy something if you can't really afford it and you'll be able to finance it. So, they're becoming increasingly popular, these services. As I mentioned earlier, Afterpay was bought. It's going to allow a lot of clients in all types of platforms, especially with Square purchasing Afterpay, to be able to finance any type of purchase probably within a $50 to $100 range minimum, where you'll be able to pay that off in monthly installments, kind of like a layaway type thing with you actually getting the goods right away. So one thing I worry about Affirm is when you get these big old accounts such as Amazon or Peloton, and when one company makes up 30%, 40, 50% of your business, if all of a sudden that company drops your service or platform, or it goes to another service. Let's say all of a sudden Peloton says, hey, Afterpay is going to provide us a better service, a better commission, a better rate, whatever it may be. then Affirm could potentially be in trouble. You lose there's a big amount of potential to lose in revenue, 30%. That's why they say don't have all your eggs in one basket. Now, although it has over 12,000 partners, one company making up 30% of revenue is kind of crazy. So I am not a big fan of that in regards to Affirm, because few things could happen with the Peloton situation. Peloton could be replaced by another company at one point, which is like, say, SoulCycle or any of those companies. Now, I'm not saying Affirm can't land that contract with SoulCycle or something like that. However, if Peloton gets kicked out, if all of a sudden it becomes unpopular, if all of a sudden something happens, that 30% revenue drop is going to kill Affirm. The same thing with this hype with Amazon. If Amazon is going to go ahead and hype itself up and all of a sudden it drops Affirm or creates their own payment platform, Affirm's going to suffer as well. So that is going to be a major issue for them. Now, I want to say that, Amazon's partnership with Affirm is its first. And in Australia, they work with a company called Zip. So there's another company that I'm reading about that allows you to make payments in a different marketplace. And it even offered installment programs on the Amazon store card, rewards card, and the Citi credit card members. So, Amazon's testing different platforms, but I'm surprised they haven't bought one. Now, Amazon has been known to raise and skyrocket prices. And let's talk about how they did it with Litecoin, okay? Because that was pretty incredible. Anyway, I want to go ahead and so I hope you guys enjoyed this video on Affirm, my thoughts with Amazon and Affirm partnership. I think it is going to be a partnership that Affirm could truly benefit from. And if they mess it up, it's going to tank their stock, as well as potentially if Peloton goes away, etc. So watch that stock carefully. It has a lot of potential to grow, but it also has a potential to fall at this price. It's already up quite a lot, 70% over the past month. Will it climb higher? If Amazon truly accepts them, it will. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think of this video. What do you think of Affirm or Amazon accepting them as a payment source? As always, I appreciate your feedback, and I'll comment back. In the next video I'm going to do, I'll talk about Litecoin and Amazon and how it spiked its price as well. So I'll catch you guys here next time. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and we'll go from there. Thank you.